Hey guys, it's Colin Campbell with Business on Tap, the podcast where we talk about business growth, marketing, growth strategies, all the good stuff that business professionals care about and normal people don't. Today I have David Stillson with me.
Hello.
Well, the whole format is we talk about business, we talk about all that good stuff, but then we have something to sip just to kind of move the show along. And today I brought with me, well, it's a little early for some people to start drinking, so we thought a breakfast stout was in order. Mm-hmm. You're cool with craft beer, you like dark stuff?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, through the magic of editing, they don't know what time we actually had this conversation.
Well, there was a method to the madness. We knew what we were doing with the breakfast stout. So we'll go ahead and pour real quick.
Yes.
Hopefully I don't make a mess. It's going to be terrible. And I made a mess. All right.
And see, not a napkin in sight or anything.
That's what we have Jamie for.
This is how we roll.
And just a heads up, while we're on the podcast, her name is Jamie.
Okay.
In reference to Joe Rogan's assistant, Jamie.
I love it.
All right, we'll start there. If you want more, there's more.
All right. Yes.
That is it.
I'm getting dark chocolate.
So this is Casey's Coffee from Chapman's Brewing. And we've featured Chapman's Brewing on this podcast a lot because they are so close and they are right there. But that being said, any brewery... come on, get in here. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
I'll borrow that. We got some stuff over here too.
But no, I was saying that being said, any breweries that want to have their stuff on the podcast, just, send them to me. Anywho, so your name is David Stillson.
Yes.
You run one business?
Keep going. Higher.
One hand or two hands? How high do I have to go?
I think just into two hands at this point.
Okay.
And growing, I'm sure, as we'll talk about. But yes, I'm a crazy person.
Gotcha. Yeah. One isn't enough. Got to do more. So the kind of the perfect segue to talk about all the stuff that you're doing. You started a Facebook group called, and I keep messing the order up, Serial Business Entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so Fort Wayne Serial Entrepreneurship Group.
On Facebook.
Working title.
Yeah.
Fort Wayne Serial Entrepreneurs. Yes.
What is the group about? What made you want to start it?
Yeah, so it really was birthed out of one of my influencers in my life is Chris Corner. He's a entrepreneur, big on YouTube. He's been on a lot of the big podcasts. His philosophy is really just go do things, start businesses. He started something like 70 businesses over the course of 10 years. And not all of those are obviously still around, but just through experimenting and starting things and seeing what works and trying, it kind of goes against the grain of traditional business advice, which is start one business, bet the farm on it, right? Spend all your time and focus on that one thing. If it works out, great. If not, oh well, I guess on to the next thing or back to a regular job. So for me, serial entrepreneurship is, kind of just about not just doing one thing. It's starting a small business and growing it. And then if you have another idea, try that idea and start another business. Or if you want to maybe acquire a company or grow through acquisitions, you could do that too. So the group is really just bringing that mindset into a community here in Fort Wayne. We are a very entrepreneurial city. I've met so many business owners through networking. So we just want to create a space where people can meet and kind of have that Me Too moment of oh yeah, I'm also a crazy person who wants to spend all of my waking time growing several businesses.
And so, go ahead. So this is a relatively new group. About how many people do you think you got so far in the group? And I'm talking about the Facebook group for now, not the active members.
I'd say it's under it. I want to say it's like under 50. It's not a very large group as of right now.
Yet,
like we just started the Facebook group. It sort of came out of a like a co-working collective. I was in one of the Fort Wayne like small business Facebook groups, and my friend Kelsey was like, "Hey, I work remotely and I run a business and I don't want to be alone. Does anyone want to meet up at like Mocha Lounge or Electric Works and just work for the day?" As just like an intentional thing, like let's keep each other accountable. And so we started doing that, and we started growing like a Facebook chat. And then just with throughout conversations, it's like, well, let's start an actual Facebook group. I'm like, well, let's keep it going. Let's start a LinkedIn group. And
I did see the LinkedIn group, and I joined it.
And let's actually start doing meetups, because people love connection in person. And
which you just announced a meetup, like an actual in-person networking event. You can go ahead and plug that and mention that.
Not sure when this will release, but January 28th, which is a Wednesday, will be down at Two Toms Brewing. The format will be pretty open-ended this time, pretty much open networking for the first part of the meetup. I'll talk a little bit about serial entrepreneurship, what my goals for the group are, what my vision is, which is not really set in stone. It's kind of up to what do you guys want this group to be? And then we'll just kind of make connections and help each other grow.
Gotcha. Is it going to be like a roundtable thing where people can talk, or is it going to be an open networking event?
Kind of open networking. There'll be like tables and things. Two Toms has like a special, they call it the barrel room off to the side.
Like a private dining room that you can rent?
Yep. We'll have the whole barrel room to ourselves.
Gotcha.
To just kind of mingle and, network and talk and share ideas.
Do business.
Nice.
Okay. So you started this group because you had so many things that you had going on, and you wanted to share that mindset. What are some of those things?
Yeah. So we have quite a bit going on. I'll start from the beginning. So my background is in IT and software engineering. So by day, my day jobs have always revolved around that career path.
By night, you're Batman?
By night, I change. Not really. By night, you've heard the term work on your 5 to 9. So you have your 9 to 5, and then you work on your 5 to 9 is what you're building. So I've always kicked around the idea of, everybody seems like they're trying to do an app or some kind of tech thing, and I feel like that's a little saturated. And there's lots of opportunities to do quote unquote boring businesses. Again, back to what Chris Corner says. There's so many regular old industries that are untapped, that are being executed poorly on, where customer service is bad, the delivered product is bad. So what can we do that's sort of outside the box and just be better at it? And let's use technology and things. So we started with an RV rental company. So we had the bright idea. We found a Facebook group. Everything comes back to finding random Facebook groups, I think, for these ideas. So we found a random Facebook group for RV rental business owners. I'm like, that's a thing. And there's like a community around it. So I was like, hey, Nikki, my wife, I have this idea. Do you want to do like Airbnb, but for RVs? And she's like, yeah, sure. I was like, oh, okay. So we went out and bought it.
Did you expect more pushback on that one?
I did. I really did. I was hoping for like, you're crazy. What are you thinking? We can't do this right now. She's okay. And so we went out and bought a travel trailer and listed it. There's a couple websites, Outdoorsy, RV Share, formed an LLC, got proper insurance for it, and just kind of kicked it off. And we had one rental the first end of the year, because we had bought the RV in like September. Had one rental that October, and then the winter was silent. And then about now, January, February, we started getting bookings, like reservation after reservation. And before I knew it, like half of June, all of July, and into August was booked out solid. I'm like, well, this has legs. This is awesome. So we went through our first year of renting RVs. We learned a lot just about how difficult it is and how much logistic planning goes into like getting an RV to our house, prepping it, delivering it, picking it up, cleaning it out, taking
repairing it, doing whatever.
Yeah. Somebody burnt out the water pump on one of our first rentals, so it was like repairing it. And then we just sort of grew that, and then in typical like Chris Corner-esque fashion, I came across, I think, a random YouTube video of somebody who mentioned that they have a tote rental business. So I was like, okay. And it's like, so just for everybody knows, totes, like moving totes, like industrial storage boxes with interlocking lids. You see them a lot at like drugstores, like Walgreens and things, where they like carry product around. So what we do is we rent out these industrial totes for people that are moving, doing remodels, construction projects, etc. We even had a guy, he bought a fish tank and needed to move live coral and fish and things, and he rented our totes. So we have a tote rental business now. So that business is called Totes on Loan. So we've got Be Still RV Rentals.
Mm-hmm, I'm counting too.
We got Totes on Loan.
Okay.
I have a recording studio in my basement because I can't be a good, self-respecting ex-Sweetwater employee if I don't have a recording studio.
That makes sense.
Basement.
Perfect sense.
So it's a Fort Wayne thing, right? So,
and what kind of recording do you do in there? Is it like music videos, or what are you focusing on?
Yeah,
there?
so I'm trying to stay focused on video-centric live band, live performance recording. So rather than come to me to do, I mean, I can produce your album and we can do multi-track instrumental stuff, all the traditional recording stuff. Mm-hmm. But I set up my studio to do my own project, which was called My Dad's Radio. So My Dad's Radio started as basically a collective of all of my coworkers at Sweetwater at the time. We have about 50 people in the group that we draw on. And the idea is, hey, let's do covers of the music we grew up listening to that our parents loved. And so we've done everything from old 60s, 70s stuff up to like the 90s. Because some of our members are younger. So when you think of like dad rock, it's kind of depressing because
it keeps getting newer and newer.
It gets like, newer and newer. And it's like, wait a minute, that just came out. That's not dad rock.
Yeah.
And one of our guys is in his young 20s was like, no, my dad loves Creed. I was like, all right.
But Creed's not that old.
Creed's not that old.
No, I get you.
So we do that. And yeah, we just record live. We have different singers, different drummers, bass guitar players, all of it. We've had horn sections on some of our videos. I think the most people we had in the studio was about 9 people. I figured I bought all this stuff with my sweet employee discount. I might as well start a business and try to recoup some money. So I started Fader and Frame. Is the name of my recording studio. And the idea is if you want to record your band live and do like a studio session with like get 3 or 4 songs for like a portfolio, that'd be like a perfect use case for us because we shoot everything in high quality and everything's recorded with really great equipment and you're going to sound awesome. Mm-hmm. So that's my pitch.
So that's number 3. What you got?
Ooh, okay. So some lesser like established things, because you and I were talking about like how do you define what is a business?
Yeah.
And I think you said
every entrepreneur has a million ideas. What they implement is what we're talking about.
Right. So in your opinion, I think you said if you have a Facebook page
or a landing page, since you're a web guy.
Yep. Okay. So I just started a directory website for RV technicians called rvtechlist.com. The idea is creating different regional city pages, ranking for those regions and cities, and having high quality information about different mobile RV service technicians in various areas of the country. The goal for that business is to just kind of grow that into sort of a de facto, almost Yelp, but super niche for RV techs.
That makes sense.
Because RV repair is huge right now. Most of the dealers you buy from aren't great at service. And every RV you buy is probably the crappiest product that has ever gone to market of any industry. And everybody knows it. it's almost like a running joke at this point.
How quickly they'll fall apart on you.
Yeah, they're just slapped together. They're glued together with thoughts and prayers, and it's only a matter of time. I mean, every time you take your RV out for a trip, you're essentially subjecting it to an earthquake between locations, right? So, I mean, just from the nature of transporting these things, stuff's going to break.
Well, I think the goal is probably to keep them as light as possible.
Yep.
Keeping hardware to a minimum, keeping, fasteners to a minimum, glue when possible. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I understand.
People are searching all the time, RV tech near me. There's not great resources for that. So the idea with RV Tech List is let's build a directory. Let's let RV techs kind of take on their own listings and enhance them and et cetera, right?
Gotcha. And what's the monetization opportunity there?
So eventually it would be sort of like the Yelp model where you can pay as an RV tech for an enhanced profile.
Sponsor your listing kind of thing.
And also paying for leads that come in through the site. So eventually when we start getting people, we have a contact form for every single technician listed on the site.
Gotcha.
And they can, hey, contact Ralph's, RV repair in
And they would
Carolina.
pay per lead. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Yep.
So that's number 4.
Yep.
Any after that we can go?
So because I'm a software developer and I just can't stop with building things, I've gotten really into AI-assisted developments and building automations, using AI tools in all of the businesses that I previously mentioned. So while I don't have an official business for that, like that consulting work, I did start a site called Vibe AI Academy. So the idea is teaching people who want to do vibe coding. And vibe coding, for those that aren't aware, is a term coined by some guy on Twitter who basically said you prompt an LLM to write you an app and it does all the coding for you and you just accept all the changes that it makes, like a vibe. And you just like keep iterating until the app does basically what you want it to do.
Gotcha.
Right? So that's vibe coding. My goal with Vibe AI Academy is, well, let's make you a little smarter than that. Let's think about hosting and security implications and longevity of your app and building it with actual thought around architecture, performance, scalability, all big scary words that fancy software people use, but let's like bring that stuff, I guess not down, but I guess make it more accessible and more understandable for people.
To the people that are using these AI-driven large language models, is that the acronym?
Yes.
LLMs?
Yeah. Because I, for a stint, I was an instructor for South Bend Code School. So I don't know if you've heard of South Bend Code School.
I have not.
They used to teach here in Fort Wayne. They had an affiliate here. Their format is more towards youth and children. So they teach basic coding and computer skills at kind of like elementary age up through high school. But they had started an adult program called Intro to Coding and Careers. And so I came on as a sort of an adjunct instructor. It was like a 4-week class where I taught adult learners basic HTML, JavaScript, CSS, and then we talked about databases, how to write queries. And you kind of came away with like, if you'd never written code in your life and you had no idea what all this code stuff was all about, you at least could say, I've written some code and I kind of understand what this stuff does, right? So I kind of want to take that a step further and say like, okay, let's teach you some basic coding skills and let's vibe code some apps together live. Let's take a business that needs a website and let's do it pro bono as a group, as a learning experience, and just see how does an experienced software engineer approach vibe coding an app and just kind of like a over my shoulder. That's kind of one format I'm thinking about. Another might be like, hey, let me look over your shoulder and be your co-pilot and let's build a thing together. So that's, I don't know what number we're on. Is that 4 or 5?
I thought that was 5.
Okay.
What we got next?
Oh man.
Now we're really searching, right?
Yeah, it's pretty bad when you are a business owner and you can't think of all the businesses that you...
Well, one you haven't mentioned yet that I just thought of was the child token system.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I built an app. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I pay attention to what you post. Don't worry.
I'm glad somebody does. This is what I do. I go on podcasts so that the person interviewing me can remind me what things I have going on. Yeah. So I got to give backstory for this app. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
My wife and I, we attended a financial literacy class for teaching your kids about responsible budgeting and things like that. So we instituted an allowance system with our kids. They have chores that they do. And one of the concepts in the class was screen tokens. So the idea is each week, each kid gets 20 tokens to spend. They get a half hour of TV, Nintendo, whatever. And so we did it with poker chips. And the problem with poker chips is they suck. The dog eats them. They get lost. The kids would hand my wife some chips or me some chips, and I'm not near the token jar. So it just was a kind of a mess. So I was like, if I build an app for managing the tokens and have like timers and stuff for when they redeem them, could we re-implement the token system? She's like, sure, we'll give it a shot. So I built screen tokens. It's a very simple app. You add your kids to your family and they get a token balance and it refreshes every week. And yeah, you can start timers when they go to watch TV, and when they're out of tokens, you say, no more TV.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Pretty simple.
Is that app available? Like, people can download that?
So it's in beta right now. It is available through Apple's test flight. So I can, if you're interested, I can send anybody that wants to a link and they can sign up. You have to install the test flight app on your iPhone, and then you can download the Screen Token app. And it's all free right now. I'm kicking around ideas on how to monetize it. One idea I had was to pair it with like an Alexa skill so that kids could, because we're also like a no tablet family, so I don't want like an app my kids, because they can't get to apps. They don't have phones or tablets or anything. So, but they do have Amazon Echoes, so they could be like, hey Alexa, how many screen tokens do I have left over? So monetizing it with like a pro version where you get like the Alexa skill and multi-parent and other like bonuses, or doing like a free ad supported version and like a
Gotcha.
pro no ads version. But yeah, that's screen tokens.
Gotcha. So that's 6. Is there any others you want to touch on before we kind of moved on in the conversation?
Not that I can remember at this time.
Okay. The floor is open.
I would say that our main focus right now is the RV rental business and the totes on loan. Those are our two big focuses for growth.
Those are the things you're putting your time in right now?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my next question, if we're ready to move on, is like, as a business owner for one business, I feel like my time is spread thin enough as is. How do you decide where your time goes across these businesses? How are you developing these businesses, investing the time that they need? Like, what's your mindset on juggling all that?
Yeah. So my strategy is focus on the thing that provides the highest value for the next iteration of growth for that particular business. So with RV rentals, we kind of have this luxury of it's a very seasonal thing. So when our campers are winterized, nobody's camping. It's 10 degrees outside. So that business is kind of on pause right now. So it allows us to focus on other things. For the totes business, I'll give you some examples of like how we build things and when we decide to pour time in. Because as a business owner, it's very easy to get into a trap where I need to like pre-optimize and automate everything. Like you think of like a lead in, funnel. It's like, well, if they fill out the form, well, I need it to like email me and like I need to send them a response automatically, and I need to like have my CRM do this thing, which triggers this other thing. And we literally aren't doing any of that stuff at first. We're doing everything the non-scalable way, the hard way ourselves, till we figure out what works. And then we're going to automate and make systems around those things. So when we started the tote business, started as just a landing page and a form that went to an email. Okay. And then we started actually selling the concept first. We didn't actually have totes yet. We just said, hey, we're a tote rental business, and started telling people about it, right? As soon as we got some interest, we bought our first pallet of totes, and just sort of like kept pushing, selling, networking. It was kind of a grind. We started the business in August, and our first customer was December. Okay. And so it didn't make sense for us to like bet the farm and buy 500 totes and a delivery truck and da-da-da and da-da-da. So it's like, no, let's sell it first. When we need to, we'll grow. So the way we prioritize our time is like, what's the thing we need next for the thing we just sold? And so we got that first rental. Well, we need a way to build a customer. Well, let me create a Stripe account. Right? Like we didn't even, you know what I mean? Right? Okay, now we need Stripe because we need to take credit cards. So let's create that. All right. All right, we're getting more bookings. Let's actually work on the website. So I rebuilt the website. I built a whole back office now so that people can reserve their totes. They can set their delivery dates. My wife and I can go in and confirm the reservation, send a Stripe invoice. It automatically sends them a rental agreement. All of that stuff. I didn't spend any time building that until we actually had paying customers because it didn't make sense. And what we've learned is that as we're doing our first rentals and getting our first customers, how we thought things were going to happen is different from the idea we had. So one of the marketing approaches that we're using is to have a realtor gifting program. So we network with realtors. Oftentimes a realtor will give a closing gift for their client. So what we offer is like packages at a discount rate. So I can gift my client for their move. Well, we thought, let's do a subscription model and it'll be monthly and we'll have a couple of different packages and we'll just go with that. And so we started selling that. What we found was realtors would ask us for like a different way to buy from us. Like some realtors were like, can I just buy like a one-off gift? We had another realtor that was like, can I pay for a whole year up front? Just buy like 24 rentals right now in one lump sum and then have them throughout the year. Like things we didn't anticipate.
Yeah.
So if I had spent a bunch of time building this software for the very specific process we thought was going to happen, I would have had to rework a bunch of stuff. So we're taking sort of an iterative approach of like build things, build software when we need it for as we discover how the business is going to work. Right. Mm-hmm. And so we just rinse and repeat that for every venture. So I built a bunch of functionality for Totes on Loan. It's good. We tested it. I released it. Well, now I don't really have anything to do technology wise. So now I'm going to go work on my RV tech site and do stuff or go work on the next idea while I have free time. I'm always trying to stay productive, doing the right things at the right times.
Gotcha. So would you and you do work with your wife on
Yep.
these businesses?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm the ideas guy is how she describes me.
The ideas guy and the back end developer. Don't sell yourself short.
She tells everybody I built her website and I do awesome things.
Yep.
And that's awesome. And that's actually resulted in leads for web development and things like that. So she's kind of the like, you tell me what to do and I'm going to go execute. So she's been doing a wonderful job of actually getting out in the community and just going to all the things. She's joined the Boss Babes of Fort Wayne that Tristan Davis runs. She's been going to a lot of the events at RE Studio and chamber events, Greater Fort Wayne, Empower Breakfast, anything and everything she can find. We joined the Real Producers magazine hosted by John Good, and they have real estate-centric networking events that we can go to now as a vendor. We joined the Apartment Association. All this stuff, they have events and things and opportunities, but I still have a day job. So she's wonderful about being the consistent, just like, all right, I'm going to go to X number of events this week. My whole goal is to set up coffee dates and get to know people and just be a resource and connect with people in my community. And she's kind of really been the bedrock of like getting the awareness of the business out there in real life, I call it.
In real life.
Because online, everything.
No, I understand. I mean? Yeah.
Because everything's about like clicks and traffic right? Getting eyeballs on your website. People buy from people, though. And so that's really been, for the tote business, that's been our road to success, was like doing the work of like
relationships and connecting and Yep.
But she's rocking that. She's awesome at that.
Awesome.
So she goes out, she builds the relationships. She's been getting clients, bringing them back and saying, "Oh, hey, I met this realtor. She actually went to like 3 different Coldwell Banker offices last week and presented at their like team meetings."
I think I saw that on Facebook.
Just had like these awesome opportunities, and everybody's like kind of embracing the business, which is awesome. And so that kind of lends back to my answer of like, how do you know what to focus on? The thing that's winning, right?
Mm-hmm. So you have all of these ideas, you're trying a bunch of different things. The horse that's winning is the one you dump your time into until you're not needed anymore, and then you dump it into something else.
Yep.
That's cool.
And then once things are going and we're cash flowing and it doesn't make sense for Nikki to be delivering totes and picking up totes, and it doesn't make sense for me to be handling clerical office things, invoicing, etc., that's when we hire, right? That's when we staff the business, and that's when we can afford to actually staff the business. Like when you're making money, it's kind of required to be able to pay people.
Were there any business ideas that you had that you look back and you're like, ooh, that was a terrible idea? Or did you drop any ideas?
So my first foray into entrepreneurship was a video production company, but it was about 10 years too early.
Why do you say that? What time frame are we talking about?
So this would have been about 2012 through 2017.
Okay.
So this is before the advent of like TikTok being huge and Reels and Shorts and those sorts of things. This is back when companies would make YouTube videos because you just kind of had to, and they weren't really great. Content was just a different thing. You didn't have to do it. It was kind of a luxury. And so I would get a lot of like industrial video clients, and then the other half of it was like weddings. So we shot a lot of wedding videos. Mm-hmm. A lot of work, very seasonal for the weddings. And then it would be kind of feast or famine. And I didn't know how to like stabilize the income of that business at the time. And I feel like I could have maybe made something of it, and maybe I gave up too early on it. But it was easier for me to go back into the corporate world for a while.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if it was necessarily like a bad business, because I think today there are a lot of really thriving video production companies that are doing awesome things.
Yeah, I can think of a few in Fort Wayne alone. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I could see you as a
any
camera guy.
MLM, every single MLM, they're all garbage. They're not real businesses.
MLM?
Multi-level marketing.
Yeah. Yep.
We've done a lot of them.
Have you?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Some of them are like the products themselves are great. We really enjoyed the products. It's just the business model, you don't actually own anything. At the end of the day, the company makes the product. You're just basically a fancy salesperson. You don't actually own a business. Mm-hmm. And they kind of frame it that way. And so that's one thing we've had to kind of relearn ourselves, is what actually owning a business is. And that's been huge just for my wife, because she was kind of big into some of them. There's something magical that happens. I don't know if you've obviously experienced this. You're a business owner. When you create an invoice and you send it to somebody and they pay it, and it's that money you make from that process feels different than a paycheck. It's your money that you made, right?
There's almost an unlimited, like, okay, if I do that 5 more times, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. I could buy bread. If I keep that up.
Yeah. No, right? You're right. That's why I love business entrepreneurship so far. Is it's just the independence and the feeling of limitlessness and You get in what you put out. You get out what you put into it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of risk. I mean, there were times when I had the video production company where we had to borrow money to buy bread. And I'll never forget that. It was a bad month. It was three dry weeks of no work. And so there's a lot to be said about the stability of like a regular income. Like this entrepreneurship thing can be tough.
Are you a proponent for keeping the 9 to 5 until you have a sustainable?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And the tools are so much more readily available nowadays to build a business. I mean, look at all the stuff you can do with AI now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you can just you can be an exponentially better employee now with AI tools, and you're freed up so much to do all these other things. And I think that's probably another thing that contributes to why I can do so many businesses is I'm using AI a lot to kind of accelerate.
To streamline, to make efficient what you're trying to do. I get that.
Yep.
Anything you want to touch on? That was what I had in mind.
Yeah, I'll just say what for like research, because sometimes that, like, how do I know if it's a business I want to get into?
Yeah.
Because I'm working on an idea right now that I'm in the research phase. I haven't really launched it. A lot of times I'll use something like Perplexity, which is like a truth-based AI wrapper. And I'll do like deep research on a subject. So I had a random conversation this Christmas break with my brother-in-law. He has a pool service company that he started. He's like, yeah, we're sitting on like $9,000 to $10,000 in warranty claims we haven't submitted. So like, if you know anything about service industries, like pool pumps and stuff, they die, they have problems, and a pool tech will come in, replace it, but then they have to submit like a warranty claim back to the manufacturer to get like reimbursed for the labor of replacing the pump and then get the part replaced. This is like a huge kind of like, I guess, clerical burden. A lot of these service companies are just like one guy or, it's a very small crew. And so they're kind of staying up all night every, whatever per week, sorting through all these invoices and submitting these warranty claims. So I had this idea in the automotive industry, you can outsource warranty claims. It's a thing. So like car companies do it all the time. They don't want to deal with the overhead of submitting the claims. So I have this idea of starting like a warranty claims processing business where like we'll submit the claims on your behalf and then we'll just take a cut of the payouts when they're done. So I've been using like AI to like research the viability of this, going into different entrepreneurship communities and like, hey, a big part of starting a business, I feel, is kind of vetting it out, seeing if someone will actually pay for it before you start the thing. Yeah, right?
Well, that's smart. I mean, like, I don't know, being an advocate for multiple businesses at any given time, knowing that you want people to vet it out before they just jump on the next thing they're thinking about, I think that's smart.
Yep. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I had.
Okay.
Well, thank you for having me on.